What is up, run fans? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am pacing Paul and we are trying to go sub 24. A 23:59 is the aim of the game today. Now, I rocked up to Parkrun this morning not expecting to see anyone whatsoever, so it was a stroke of luck that I saw Paul and I knew that he's been trying to go below 25 and below 24, so I thought it was a perfect time to get involved with him. So we're going to give it a good old crack today. Now, my leg is still not 1,000,000%. I think I've got some phantom pains from my stress fracture that I did back in April, but it's all good. I've got proper marathon training starting in a week's time, and I've got Brighton 10k tomorrow. So we're just gonna take it nice and easy, keep a nice steady pace, and try and get Paul that illustrious 23:59. Let's see how we get on. Here we are then, we've got the pace in the top left hand corner, heart rate, and in the bottom left hand corner we've got the route, which is pretty straightforward, up and back twice, and the distance as well. Ignore the slope in the top right hand corner, it's definitely not 7%. Paul's had a bit of a fly and he's gone off up ahead, and I'm behind these runners here and I can't really get through. I'm waiting, I'm looking around for a gap, and I eventually see one, give a quick thank you and get on my way through, and bit of burst of speed. See my good friend Gavin here. I used to babysit his kids. He's a lovely bloke and absolutely flying at the moment, so well done to him for completing today's run. There we are, there's Paul in all black. And so we've got to be running at 4:47 per kilometre to get that 23:59, so 1 second below 24 minutes. And we've started too fast here, and Paul went off and I wasn't able to speak to him beforehand really, because I only saw him about 30 seconds before we started. So he's going well. I'm not going to get in his way at the moment. Yeah, he's been taken along by the other runners. We're just above 4-minute pace, so we're going pretty quick, and I'm aware that, you know, Paul does blow up sometimes towards the end. He's told me that a few times, so I'm going to try and slow him down, get into the side of him now, and I'm giving him some tips just to ease into this and try and bring that pace back. As you can see, we're slowly coming down in that pace. I'm trying to get to about 4:50 ideally, so give ourselves something in the tank at the end. We've managed to slow ourselves down around to the target pace I wanted to get to. Yeah, ideally 4:50ish, so at 4:43, so we're 0.7 in so far. And the demoralising thing to a fast start like that is that when we get to this pace, we're now going to be overtaken by quite a few people, so it feels like you're going backwards, and it's really hard not to keep going and keep trying to keep up with those people. But these aren't the people that are doing the same sort of times as us, so we want to be slowing down and getting to the right pace for the long run here. We're not trying to do a 1 kilometre sprint, we're trying to complete the 5k as best as we can. As we cross the 1 kilometre mark, we've done it in 4:29, so we have banked ourselves 18 seconds, which I think will come in handy later on if we're going to struggle towards the end because we've gone out a bit too hot. So I'm just trying to settle Paul into a 4:45 to 4:50. Even a 5 I wouldn't be too unhappy at if we can then push on a little bit at the end by saving a bit of energy. Littlehampton is a great park run to do. We did Hove last week, and as you can see, the faster runners are coming through the other side now. This is the narrowest part, but at no point is it ever an issue. There's 300 runners I think did it today. Hove does about 800, and that's the video I did last week. Well worth checking that one out because it's really good location, but I do really love Littlehampton as well. Both really fast park runs, really good, so well worth coming along and giving them a go. And also doing Worthing, I'm going to be doing that one soon as well, because that's only a single out and back, and that is one of the, I think it's in the top 10 fastest park runs, so we're going to be doing that and giving that a good crack later on this year. A quick masterclass from the gentleman in grey ahead of us on how to do a 180. Look how tight he takes this. Clips the cone. Absolute tightest apex you can do. There is maximum efficiency there. He is not wasting any centimetres at this park run to get the fastest time he possibly can. So we are heading back. There's a slight headwind, nothing major, and we're creeping towards that 5 kilometre pace now. So if we can hold on to this for a bit and then push on, all good. And I'm closely tracking how Paul's looking at the moment. He's looking good.
That's it. Beautiful seaside.
That's the second kilometre then in 4:48. So we've really held that pace well. Paul's doing absolutely brilliantly there. We only dropped 1 second from the target pace overall. But remember, we earned 18 seconds. So we're still 17 seconds above the overall pace if we can just hold on to that 4:47 pace now. So we have slowed slightly. We're at 4:53. But like I said, I'm thinking about that final kilometre. If we can drop the pace a little bit there, we're buying ourselves a little bit of a middle rest before we really kick on towards the end.
That's it. Round the corner. That's it. Cheers, guys. That's it. Right, we're sub 12, halfway, sub 12. About 10 seconds to spare. Just got to hold on to it. That's it. Let's try and get to 4:50 pace, in line with me. So you've done most of it now, you might as well finish it off.
So I just thought I'd let that run there so you can get a bit of a vibe of how I try and pace people and motivate them. Different people need different things. Some need tough love. Some need lots of encouragement and positivity. My sister, like last week, needs silence. So yeah, Paul's doing really well. We're 11:44 for halfway, but I am sensing that he is now really having to dig deep. And that sort of digging deep, you want to be seeing maybe at 4.5k, not 2.5. So I know that we're in for a bit of a rocky road now. He's really falling back from behind me, and I'm running at sort of 5-7 pace. So I'm trying to G him along and get him going. But when your doors are blown off, there's not much you can do about it apart from just try and survive. So at this point, I'm rearranging those goals and thinking we've just got to try and go as low as possible. But perhaps it's not going to be sub 24 yet. So let's see over the next kilometre where we get to, because the pace is picking up slightly. We're at that 5 minute per kilometre mark at the moment, and we've got time. We still can dig in at the last kilometre and really make up that final bit of time that we need. Third kilometre now, and we've done it in 5 flat, and the race is definitely on. We are now bang on target. It is now or never. We've got to crack on for the final 2k. This next kilometre is the hardest one in 5k in my opinion. And so we've got to really dig in. But as you can see in the top left hand corner, we are slipping the wrong direction of 5 minutes per kilometre. People are slowly coming past us. I'm trying to get us to latch on to some of them, but we're just dropping further and further back. Paul is absolutely digging in. He's doing everything he can. This is not about mentality or anything like that. He is pushing himself to the absolute limit. So I can't ask any more of him. I'm just trying to get us in as quick as we can. I'm really encouraging him. He's saying he's got some stomach cramps as well. His body's sort of beginning to fight him a little bit, I think. So that's not helping, but not long to go, and we've just got to keep moving forward. Fourth kilometre then, and we've done it in 5:01. So the ship is steadied, but the ship is going too slowly to get to that 23:59 at the moment. So we've got to have a bit of a worldy final K coming out of the bag here. I'm desperately trying to kick Paul on, but I'm pretty sure at this point there's not much left in the tank. So it's just a case of really trying to push him on, trying to encourage him, and just keep the morale high. I think we've got to pull out on roughly a 4:30 last K. I mean, things do happen like this. Let's see if there's a miracle on the Littlehampton seafront on this Saturday morning. Here we are then, the final 100 metres, and Paul has done absolutely amazingly. The pace is leaked slightly to 5:14, 5:15. The doors are well and truly in the sea at the moment, but he's absolutely done the best he can today, and it just wasn't to be. Paul's definitely got a sub 24 in him, and I'm going to be there to pace him to get it, because this is an absolute admirable effort. He is literally crawling over the line at this point, bless him. He needed desperately to go to the toilet. He was cramping up. It wasn't great for him. As we see him walking over the line, he's going to triumph at this parkrun very soon. Watch this space, because he's definitely got that 23:59 in him and even faster. We're going to pace it slightly better next time. We're going to keep training and we're going to really smash it sometime before 2025. So the final K was actually 5:07, so it really wasn't as big a blow up as I think Paul felt it was towards the second half of that run. It was still pretty even pacing for a 24:27. Now, you know, I could easily have just done this video as we're going for a sub 25, but you know, I want to be real with these things and I want to show it when things don't quite work out as well, because you're not always going to meet your goals, and when you go for something you're not always going to execute it right, or sometimes it's just not going to happen no matter what you do for things out of your control. So it's good to be honest about these things and to be as realistic as possible, because I think that's, you know, that's a really good thing for people to see of all different paces. Yeah, 10k tomorrow. Let's see if we can pace that one slightly better for my sister, and hopefully she won't kill me for encouraging her too much. Right, there you have it, guys. That's the run. We didn't quite make it. We were, I think, about 20 or 30 seconds shy of the 23:59 that we were going for, but we will be back. I know Paul has definitely got that in him. We just maybe need to go a bit easier at the start, a bit more, a few more weeks extra training, and he can definitely do that. He's got that in the bag, so stay tuned for that over the winter months. Yeah, leg feels fine. Feels, as I've stopped, feels a bit warm, but I'm just going on. It's just phantom pains. It's just all the muscles and tendons around my leg being a bit sore after slightly overdoing it a couple of weeks ago, but while I run it's fine. And so yeah, it's definitely not another stress fracture is what I'm going for. So we've got Brighton 10k tomorrow, just going in circles. Brighton 10k tomorrow, and that should be good. And then I've got one more week of just sort of pre-season-y things, and then we're into proper marathon training, which I'm going to ease myself into, and we'll see where we go from there. Thanks very much for watching. It means a massive amount. I think we're nearly on 135 subscribers, hopefully more by the time you watch this video. We're going to have the Brighton 10k video coming out as well, so we're moving towards 250 by Christmas. Radvent is coming up. That's all planned and ready to go, so be sure to check that out in a few weeks' time. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you have a good day. I'll see you next time. Peace.